Welcome back to our podcast. It's Kaylee.
It's Carter.
And welcome to
Uncultured. Alright guys, so as you can tell, we have some new additions to our backdrop here. We have a couple soundproofing panels. We have our board a little up on an old book from like 1908. We have a microphone, and we also, if we could move the camera, well, we can't, but if we can move the camera a little, we have our good friend and our new producer, Aiden Schrock, helping us out.
So we're a profesh now.
We are professional, guys. It took us 4 episodes. 4 episodes.
Honestly, less than some people take.
I mean, obviously, this isn't like the best of the best, but like...
But it's still like better than what we had.
Yeah, this is stuff YouTubers use.
Heck yeah. We're profesh now.
Well, what are we going to be talking about today?
So this is going to be so fun for me. I don't know how it's going to be for you, but like... I'm very excited about this. We're going to be talking about the Taylor Swift epidemic. So everything from her re-recordings, why she's re-recording, the Eras Tour, my personal experience as a fan, and up until the Speak Now Taylor's version release, which was July 7th, just a few days ago.
Oh, so, that's why you've been singing her a lot.
Oh, be quiet. You already knew.
That makes a lot of sense.
You already knew. So are you ready to jump in?
I am ready.
I've got my notes. But before we start, Carter, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking chocolate milk, as you should. In one of my favorite mugs, Hot Mama mug.
Hot Mama, you are a hot mama. That is true.
Thank
and
you.
I am drinking lemonade with no ice in the Empire Strikes Back cup.
Where'd you get that cup, Kaylee?
I made it for you for your graduation. Anyway, all right, let's get started. This is episode 4. I'm very excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, here we go. So I guess we should start with kind of the whole reason why she's re-recording and, what the story behind that is. So, Taylor Swift had a manager.
Okay.
Or, producer or, just kind of in charge of her. His name was Mr. Scooter Braun.
Scooter Braun.
Scooter Braun.
That's a cool name.
It's kind of...
Admittedly,
it's a cool name, but, ew.
Scooter Braun.
Scooter Braun, cool name, not cool guy. So, he, like I said, he was Taylor Swift's manager. And... basically, the whole event that sparked her wanting to re-record all of her albums is that he sold her music.
What do you mean sold?
He just, I don't know, I don't know what he sold it to, but he did, and he made a bunch of money off of it.
Record company? Another label or something?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, was this her first manager? When she was
Oh, I doubt it, but...
You think she had previous ones?
Maybe. I don't
know. So how old was she when she signed with him?
I don't know.
Probably young.
Probably.
Yeah.
But all of that to say, he sold her music, her first, from her self-titled debut album.
Oh yeah.
To
so he was
Reputation.
There from the beginning. Wow.
So he got all of the money, and he still if you stream her original albums on Spotify, he gets the money from it. She doesn't get anything from it.
So he just legally put it in
the
contract or something?
Yeah. So. She gets no money from them, so she started to re-record all of her albums, like I said, from debut to Reputation. First, she did Fearless. Do you know any songs from Fearless, Carter?
Fearless.
That is a song from Fearless. That is correct. That's a good song. She then did Red. Do you know any songs from Red, Carter?
Red.
Red, yeah. And most recently, as of July 7th at midnight, she released the highly anticipated Speak Now, Taylor's version. Do you know any songs from Speak Now other than Speak Now?
I was gonna say Speak Now. Mean.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You've been singing that quite a bit.
That's
so
true.
I like that one.
So she's re-recording them so that she owns them, and that's why at the end of all of her re-recorded albums and the songs on those albums, it says Taylor's version because it's her song.
Okay, see, I was wondering what that meant. You told me she re-recorded it. I didn't know why she re-recorded it.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But, also, so he still gets all the money for all the previous ones?
Yes.
So that's kind of cool that she's re-recording everything because you see other artists like go through this kind of stuff all the time, which is so heartbreaking. Because like, I don't want to date myself or anything, but I'm a Dave Matthews fan. Most of you guys probably don't know who that is.
Kidding, no shaming, no shame.
Guys probably don't know who that is because like your mom probably knows who he is, but.
And even then, she might not.
So Dave Matthews, he's been. Like a band, they've been a band, Dave Matthews Band, for like ever, like since the 80s. So back in 1992, he released this album, probably the most popular album, Crash. And that, like, same sort of thing. Like, the manager kind of screwed him over and everything. And there was a big legal battle. Like, it went all the way to the courts.
Wow.
And so, like, that's what I'm kind of getting from this. Because then he didn't make, like, he's not re-recording all his stuff that was up to there because... up to there because that would be so much to do, but the fact that she's able to do that is impressive.
And what makes it really fun is, and I'll get to more about how she interacts with her fan base later, but what makes it really fun is that it's almost like it's like recreating this bond with her fans, because I listened to Speak Now for the first time as a child, sitting in my bedroom with my sister singing karaoke to these songs that, you know, I didn't know, you know, what they meant or what they were about or anything like that. I just thought they were cool. They were nice songs. Yeah. And so, you know, and now it's like we get to relearn the album, and especially with all of her vault tracks. So her vault tracks are songs that she wrote for the album at the time but did not release. So they kind of just sat, you know, banked away somewhere in a file cabinet in her brain, and then she records those songs with, you know, collaborations like Paramore, Fall Out Boy on this new album, which are really good. So yeah, so like that, it just like keeps you on your toes. And
I also think it's kind of cool. Like you were showing me the difference between like a song from her old when Scooter Braun was manager to when she was redoing all of them, and like you can hear the difference between her voice. Yeah. And like they also do the different, like the guitars and the instruments and stuff kind of sound different. So you can tell that she is not just taking these tracks and just adding her voice to it. They are redoing every single detail. Because like I just thought of this, but like Scooter Braun could go back and be like, well, copyright. Yep, copyright. Those are my instruments. Yep. Like that's my instrumentals. Yep. Like I own the rights to that. Exactly. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so and she just wants it all to be her own. Yeah. So that's really awesome. So that's why there's a really big thing in the Swiftie community. You should only ever listen to Taylor's version, which makes it really hard for people who liked Speak Now before the album came out, or like debut fans or 1989 fans, because those are amazing albums, but
you can't listen to them.
He's getting all the money from it. And so it's like, I want to listen to New Romantics, which is from 1989, but I don't want to give him money, but I don't want to wait until 1989 Taylor's version because it's a great song. But if you have the option, always listen to Taylor's version so that she gets the money. So yeah, I think we're going to move on to the Eras Tour and the phenomena that it has been, because it's pretty crazy the grip that this has had on
society,
the world.
the world.
Honestly. So it kind of starts when she releases Midnights in October of 2022.
I remember that.
It was the first time I ever stayed up till midnight to listen to an album. I was in the 0.001% of first listeners on Spotify, and I was so excited.
Good for you, Kaylee.
It was awesome. And it was just, every song on that album is amazing. And
what are some of your favorites?
I would say top 3. I would have to say Would've, Could've, Should've. No particular order, but just top 3 in my mind. Would've, Could've, Should've. The Great War, and probably Maroon. I think those are, all of them are good, but those, if I, could only listen to 3 songs from Midnights, I would choose those.
Nice.
Like, they're fantastic.
Nice.
So, yeah, you guys, if you're a Swiftie, let us know. If you're not a Swiftie, also let us know. What songs from Midnights are your top 3? So,
they're gonna be like Midnights.
We're gonna be like Midnights. It's not a song from Midnights. So then she announces the Eras Tour, which is like her singing all of her songs throughout all of the eras from debut to Midnights. And I feel like Midnights as an album was a really great way to kick this off, because if you listen to each individual song on Midnights, it reflects different albums.
Eras. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
One question though, I'm sorry to cut you off. So when she's doing all these concerts and stuff in this tour, she's singing songs that's still owned by him.
So I'm not really sure how that works. Yes, she is. So, because usually she uses those as surprise songs, but she also has a whole 1989, all Reputation, all of these tracks that are in her set list that are not hers.
So I don't know how that works.
I'm not really sure how that works either. I feel like maybe it's not like illegal, like he can sue her or anything like that.
Maybe she could say she's doing a cover of it.
Maybe. So...
That's crazy.
So she announces the Eras Tour, and they begin at the beginning of good old 2023. And as I'm sure all of you guys have heard, and I definitely talked to you about this, there was a whole Ticketmaster debacle.
I was a part of it. What do you mean?
So I remember the day that I bought my tickets.
I do too.
I got the pre-sale code, and I was very excited because I only signed up for the pre-sale code like the day before. I was like, I'll just try it and see if I get lucky and I get the code.
I signed up for it too because you wanted me as backup.
Just in case.
Just in case. And hey, you were right.
So I did get the pre-sale code. I was very excited. I bought 2 tickets. It took me like 4 hours, and I literally sat on my bed on my computer. I did not go to the bathroom. I did not eat. I didn't do anything. I sat on my bed.
So she was on the phone with me the whole day. It was like 8 or 9 a.m.
Yep.
And then like it just kept going. And then she had to leave for work around like 2 or 3, right?
I had to text our boss that I was going to be late. I was like, hey, sorry, got caught up in something. I was 30 minutes late. I was 30 minutes late. It was totally worth it. But so I got the tickets when they were relatively cheap. I had nosebleed seats, but I was,
At least you were there.
I was there, and like everyone has been saying, there's no bad seat at the Eras Tour concerts. So I was like, I'm very grateful that I got to go, and I don't care where I would have sat. I actually prefer where I sat because I could see everything. I kind of sat to the left of the stage, really, I was literally the last row seats at the top. But it was amazing because, when you're up there, you can see the wristbands. She has this thing with the wristbands where it makes shapes throughout the crowd, and it's really cool. Coincides with the songs. It's really awesome. But I'll get more to that later. But yeah. So,
I don't understand people saying like, oh, I don't want to go because tickets are $100, $150 for nosebleed seats. Like, why would I have a bad seat just for like?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why spend that much money on a bad seat?
Yeah, but like the thing is, that's your favorite. If that's your favorite artist, who cares?
It is worth
You are in the same building as a person you listen to every single day.
Exactly, and also who is the arguably the most famous person on the planet
as of right now. Yes.
Right now in this moment. So, all of that. So the Ticketmaster thing, I'll go into a bit more detail. Basically, they sent out too many pre-sale codes. And the site was crashing, and the queue was not queuing, and it was a whole thing. You could definitely go look up some more of that later, if you would like. And so, talking about the concert itself, there's a fixed set list that she has said she can change whenever she wants. It doesn't really deviate too much. So I went to Tampa Night 3, and it was just phenomenal, and I cried so many times, but it's okay. She has cool sets, dancing, like all of the everything is coordinated.
Dress changes.
The costume changes, and she stage dives, and she brings out, guests and all of these things. It's amazing. So all around, it's like, people are calling it a religious experience. I wouldn't go that far.
You didn't have an outer body experience, Kaylee?
Maybe out of body, but I wasn't seeing God.
No, you were seeing Taylor Swift.
I was seeing Taylor Swift.
Same thing.
Not quite. But, it was all around a fantastic experience. She brought out Aaron Dessner, who co-wrote and played piano for the Folklore album, which... If you guys know me, that's my favorite. I love Folklore.
Has the vinyl?
It is. I do have the vinyl. I'm sure many people do, but it's just so good. I love it. Anyway, that's a basic answer, but I don't care. So now I want to talk about how Taylor interacts with her fans and why people are so captivated with her and why people are so passionate about being a Taylor Swift fan, which I know she's just a person, and it does, sound ridiculous to be so, enthralled with a human being because, I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but
to be honest.
It's kind of ridiculous. It is. And like, anyway, fans are really captivated by her ability to storytell. Especially
like through her songs?
Through her songs, through her sets, through her music videos. Everything is a story, but also everything has a message. Everything has a meaning. She doesn't do anything unintentionally, which I think almost makes it a game for her fans. And I'm not really into like the whole Easter egg. Oh, this is what she's hinting at. I'm not into that because I feel like whatever. I just want to enjoy the music without worrying about.
If you like catch it, you catch it.
Yeah, if I see it, then I'm gonna be like, oh wow, that's awesome. Like at the end of so she released a music video for one of her Volt tracks on Speak Now. Taylor's version called I Can See You, and we watched it together the morning that it came out.
It was like a whole movie.
It's
like,
great.
It's crazy.
Amazing music video. But at the end, when she's driving the car, you guys probably know what I'm talking about if you are invested in this. When they're driving the car, the getaway car. When she's driving the getaway car, they pass under a bridge with a sign that says 1989 lowercase t lowercase v. So 1989 TV. 1989 Taylor's version. So that's an Easter egg. But like it was there. Like everyone caught it. Everyone was like, oh, that's there. So like I saw that initially, but I was like, oh, that's awesome.
So,
that's really
if
cool.
You see it, then, whoa, that's so cool.
But I'm not, like, digging every single thing has a meaning. Like, people were, like, breaking down the Lavender Haze video from Midnights, and I was like, guys, I didn't even notice that. Like, I was not paying attention to that.
It's literally like the Marvel movies and, like, the Disney movies where it's like, here's all the Easter eggs in every Pixar movie ever.
Like if
Toy
you
Story
see it, it's
has
cool.
blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you see it, it's cool. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that was, attention to detail is amazing. And she does have really great attention to detail. Everything means something, I've noticed. But it's when you're, like, analyzing every little thing. I just don't get into that. I feel like it's too much. Just enjoy the music. Just enjoy the music video. Let it be a surprise, in my opinion. So, what people like to do is guess the meanings of songs and who they're about, because as we all know, Taylor has dated a man or two.
More like 300, okay?
Okay, hey.
She's dated all of Hollywood.
Okay, shh. Stop it. You're criticizing. She's a grown woman and can do whatever she wants.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but
okay. That's what you were insinuating. But anyway, so, she finds inspiration from her own life experiences, which I don't see as a bad thing. And this is not me being biased or like, I'm her fan, so I'm going to defend her till my grave or whatever. If she does something wrong, she does something wrong. But I don't think that taking inspiration or your own feelings, it's what art is. It's art is putting yourself into music or writing or poetry or painting or whatever your art form is. It's influenced by you in some way. It's influenced by your experiences in some way. And people like crap on her all the time for like, well, you just write songs about your exes. Actually, like, listen to her discography. She has so many other types of songs. So many, like, folklore has nothing to do with her. It's a story. It's a love triangle, really sad songs, really happy songs that have nothing to do with her exes or her breakups or her past.
It's just stuff that
it's just songs
that she deals with in her life.
Exactly.
And that she can connect to everyone.
Is relating. And that's another thing that I think is so big with her fan base, is that she just is relatable. Like, her herself is not relatable, but her feelings and her emotions and what she sings about are very relatable things. So
I think that's the biggest, like, reason people love music. Like, if you truly love an artist or a band, I think it's because
there's a connection.
There's a connection. Like, you feel what they're saying. Now, if you just have, like, a rapper or whatever just rapping about just going out partying all night, drinking, getting drunk, and driving nice cars.
The connection?
Like, I can't connect with someone driving Rolls Royces and just partying all night. Like, I don't do that. So
so it's just, you can hate on her, of course, because people, haters gonna hate. That's what she says. I'm so good at this. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. But, people are gonna hate.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Yeah.
There's going to be someone out there who thinks you're the most annoying person on the planet. Oh, well, she's still going to write her music, and she's still going to make people feel certain types of ways because that's what art is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not, and again, like, I'm not trying to be biased and say this because, you know, I like her music. I'm just saying from personal experience, for someone who, from the outside in, oh, all she does is write about her exes. But then sit down and actually listen to the lyrics, and you'll find that that's not really the case most of the time. Yeah, there's the iconic songs, Dear John, many other ones that are about real people. Dear John just comes to mind. Sorry.
December, whatever it's called.
Back to December. Oh, Speak Now on the Brain, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, those are maybe about people, and she has said, like, don't go trying to guess who it is. So respectfully, it doesn't matter. I mean, people are gonna do it anyway, but it doesn't matter. It's just a song. Listen to the song, enjoy the song.
All too well.
All too well.
See, guys, I know some stuff. It's all because I'm being indoctrinated over here.
Okay, I thought we were like getting on the same page. Like, I don't want to make you a Swiftie. I just want you to like understand why.
I understand because she's relatable.
And then you're hating.
I will hate, yes, because she's popular and.
Do you listen to Taylor Swift?
No. I just listen because you listen, and it's always on 24/7. So I can't listen to it. So
okay. Moving on from this hater talk over here, I want to talk about like my personal experience with the concert, how I, you know, came to like Taylor Swift, and especially with the re-recording. So I became like a hardcore listen to her music type of person around All Too Well 10-minute version when the video came out.
Which was
2021.
Ooh, newbie over here.
Yeah.
But
so
it's okay.
when she released Red Taylor's
still
version,
love you.
Whatever. When she released Red Taylor's version, and I heard people at school talking about it, and I was like, oh wow, she made like a short film. That's very interesting. It's a 10-minute song. Wow, let me go check that out because everyone was talking about it. So I was like, okay, whatever. Sobbed, literal tears. I watched it 17 million times. I sobbed literal tears the whole time. I learned every single word. So that was what catapulted me into her music and you know, learning more than just the basic love story 22 type of thing.
Yeah.
So, I did go to, like I said earlier, I did go to an Eras Tour concert. I went to Tampa, Florida, night 3. It was just so amazing. I cried so many times, especially because she played a couple songs from Folklore that I hadn't seen were on the original set list, and so to me it was like a surprise. And Carter, what's my favorite song from Folklore? You know this.
Mirror Ball.
No. At the time it was, but what is it now? Oh, come on. You like this one too.
A Great War? No, that's from Midnight's. August?
Oh, honey. No. It's
know.
Last Great American Dynasty.
I was close.
You like that one too. You have to admit it.
I did like that one.
That's a good one.
Cool. It's a
so
good one.
she played that song. I was not expecting it because I hadn't been watching videos or I stayed away from it. I watched a few like Reputation era videos from the Eras Tour concert, but like that was it. So when she sang that, and then one of the surprise songs for my night, it was Mean and The One, which is also from Folklore. And Aaron Dessner played the piano, and it was just beautiful, and that made me cry because I was like, no, it was Mad Woman. What am I saying? Did I say The One?
Yes, you
did.
It
was Mad Woman.
It was Mad Woman.
It was Mad Woman and
okay.
Mean. It was not The One. That's on the original set list. It was just great. I loved it. I still love it. I look back at the pictures and videos and like, you know, my whole Instagram is all Eras Tour videos, even though I've seen it a million times around already, but it was great. I went with my sister Emma, who was in our last episode, and that was really fun. So
see, I understand that because like I've been to concerts and stuff. Like I've been to 2 concerts, same band, Dave Matthews.
Same band.
That's why I said band.
I thought you said man.
No,
Sorry.
same band, Dave Matthews, and like I didn't cry, but
it's emotional.
It was fun. Yeah, I was just trying to live in the moment. Like the first concert I did record a lot, and just because it's the first time hearing all these songs live. It was my first time hearing like other people listen to him.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird. Like I parked and I was walking to the stadium or whatever, and you just hear people with their speakers just listening to him, and I'm like, I've never heard this before, because like it is older people music, so like it's weird.
Yeah, but it's still like you're all there for one thing, which is
like,
something you say all the time, is that spend money on concerts because you're all there for the same thing. And it's like almost a collective group
it's a
experience.
Community.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in a community. You're in a Taylor Swift community. You're in a Dave Matthews community. You're in an Ed Sheeran community. Whatever concert you go to.
Yeah.
So like you're with people that share the same interest as you.
Yeah.
And like sporting events so cool too, because you experience that, but it's not as like it's on a bigger scale of concerts, because sporting events like football, baseball, whatever, you
can watch that on TV. You can't watch a concert on TV.
Yeah, and you'll have half the people there for the opposing team and half people there for the home team. So like concert, everyone's there to listen, sing, dance, cry, whatever to that artist, and that's just a different feeling that you don't understand unless you're there.
So I just want to now finish with the Speak Now Taylor's version reaction. I cried. We were in the car listening to it because I didn't stay up till midnight. I was not. That was a long day.
You had work.
And I did have work the next day. So I was like, I'm not staying up. Plus, like, whatever, you know. Call me a fake fan. Whatever. I still listen to it.
Fake fan.
We were listening to it the next day, and the thing that was so, nostalgia is the worst emotion ever, in like a really good way. Like, it makes me so emotional to hear these songs that me and my sister would literally sit in the floor of our bedroom with our door closed, listening to and doing karaoke to, and like crying to, and like, oh, this is my favorite song. Like, I felt the same way at the concert when she did the Fearless set. Because when she sang Fearless, when she sang, like Love Story and kind of the basic ones, but also, there was another one.
Speak Now, sorry.
15, because me and my sister would dance in our room to Fearless and 15 and Hey Steven. Oh, I love that song. I love that song. So it got me emotional because I was like, wow, I was a child when I learned these songs, and now I'm singing it with the woman who I listened to these songs from. Yeah. Like
it's crazy.
It was almost like a personal experience, even though there were 75,000 people there. And I was just crying, and I was like, Emma, do you remember when we... Yes, she's been on the podcast. I can say her name. Okay. Sorry. I got scared. Sorry. Oh, yeah. It's an inside joke. But I was like, Emma, do you remember when we... Because she's younger than me, so sometimes, like, I remember some more things than she might, and vice versa. But I was like, do you remember when we would just hide in our room, and, like, we wouldn't come out for hours, and we would just be listening to Taylor Swift and singing on we had this little red karaoke machine that had a screen that was literally, like, this big, and just some rinky-dink little plastic mic, but, like, we got down, okay? We had concerts in there. But so just nostalgia. And so that was really what it was, like, also for Speak Now, is especially Mean, The Story of Us, absolute banker. Heck yeah. I did not know Better Than Revenge before this album came out.
She's been singing it non-stop. I think she's played it at least 10 times today. It's 3 o'clock and she's played it at least 10 times today.
It's so good. Well, I can't say I didn't know. I did know it after after the concert that I went to. I started listening to Speak Now because I knew the songs on it, but that was just one I wasn't familiar with. Because me and Emma just never came across that one as kids. But I was listening to it, and, like, I love the lyric change. Call me crazy, but I like either version. I don't really care. I'll sing either. It doesn't hurt me.
But what is the lyric change for those that don't?
Okay, so for those that are not aware of what I'm talking about, the original song, she wrote this when she was 18, 19. So totally self-written. In the chorus, she says she's better known for the things that she does on the mattress. And everyone was like, oh, that's misogynist. Oh, we don't talk about women like that, even though the whole song is about a girl stealing Taylor Swift's man or whatever. She changed it to he was a moth to the flame, she was holding the matches, which I still think fits the song.
It goes, yeah.
I like it.
Goes.
The rhythm is good. I like it. I don't mind it. I'm not mad. I also didn't have any personal connection to that song. Like people are like, oh my god, that's my favorite song. Why'd she change it? And I'm just like, I like either. I don't really care. But yeah, that song has been living rent free in my head for the past 3 days. It's all I can listen to. I just love it. Anyway, so yeah. I think that's all I've got in my notes, but
I am very interested about everything you just said.
Are you sure?
So, like, as Taylor Swift as a person, I'm not the biggest fan of, just because she tries to relate to people, and maybe she's had like experiences like me and you have had, but she kind of grew up in the music industry, like her dad was like a producer and everything. So, like, she kind of was handed. I understand that, but also she has the talent. No, I'm saying, okay, she might have been handed like her first album, maybe the first one, or her first couple songs or whatever.
Fearless is good. I'm not a big debut fan. Please don't crucify me for that. But I'm not a big debut fan.
So like maybe her debut was like because her dad was connected to the music industry, but it's like I can respect her because she took that and she made it to like basically like a dynasty.
She did it all on her own.
All on her own, basically, and she's had to battle all these legal issues with Scooter and everything. So like,
I would get into the Kanye drama, but that's so much, and like,
Kanye
I don't want
West.
this episode to be too long. That could be a separate episode? Question mark.
But like, so I
could do a whole episode.
I respect her as a singer, and as a like. A worker, because she works hard. Like, she works so hard, and you can see that with. Can we just talk about
how ever since Midnights, she's been nonstop. She's released music videos. She's
been on tour.
She's been on tour
the whole time.
She re-recorded an entire album with extra songs, with 4 or 5, maybe 6 extra songs,
with features on it.
With collaborations, and this woman's on tour.
Yeah.
How is she? Then went through some weird relationship with Matty Healy, broke up with him, and just like, how does she? I just don't get it. I could never.
Yeah. So like, hearing all of this, like, it does garner respect for me. I will say that.
As a person and as a hard worker.
As a hard worker, yes. I mean, personally, her music's not my favorite. Now, some songs I will get down to. I will boogie down to, but
boogie.
I love boogieing.
Okay.
But besides that, like, this was very interesting, and I could tell how passionate you are about her and about her music.
I just hate the fact that people are so quick to hate on her.
Yeah, because she's the biggest dog in the yard. Like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, because she's super big. Like,
people are threatened by her.
Like when Tom Brady was with the Patriots and they won Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Everybody hated the Patriots. Everybody hated Tom Brady. And yeah,
it's the same thing.
So same exact thing.
Same exact thing.
Same thing. So yeah.
So anything else you have any questions about or anything else?
Not really.
Okay, I'm done. So
I enjoyed that.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching / listening.
4.
I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did listen, great quality, by the way. Thanks, Aiden.
Thank you, Aiden, our producer and friend.
Aiden Schrock.
Aiden Schrock.
Yes, you can't find him on Instagram, but because he got off of it, but he's still on there.
But he's awesome.
He is. And if you're watching, he also helped with all of this stuff too. This is all of his stuff, so huge shout out to him.
Woohoo!
So thank you, Aiden, and thank you guys for watching / listening.
And that was episode 4, and we will see you for episode 5 next Friday.
Yeah, bye. Guys.